Should whistleblower reports be made public? Thank you for joining us tonight at 6. I'm Kirsten Joyce.
And I'm Denise Valdez. That question is being addressed in Washington this week, so we're going to address that coming up here at 6:30, but can also be asked right here in Las Vegas.
Yeah, 2 very serious whistleblower complaints have been filed by employees of the Southern Nevada Health District.
Now, in both of those cases, employees say they were threatened by health district officials in order to cover up evidence of wrongdoing. The I-Team's George Knapp has this exclusive story tonight.
Of course, we have laws to protect whistleblowers because that's considered essential to the integrity of government, federal, state, and local. But sometimes the process can also be used to stifle transparency. The 2 complaints filed against the health district raise very serious questions about the public's right to know.
Among the most important jobs for the Southern Nevada Health District is its program to identify, monitor, and assist locals who have HIV or AIDS. But how many cases are there? Last December, a district epidemiologist, Arturo Moretu, tried to find out. Moretu told his manager he'd received information that 100 or more fake patients had been purposely entered into the system, and that the files may contain hundreds of other ghost patients or cases that had never been properly documented. He asked for permission to investigate and was told no. One key concern is money. The district gets paid up to $15,000 for each confirmed HIV patient. The money comes from federal health programs. A string of emails over the following months went back and forth between Moretu and health district managers. From that point on, he alleges, he was a marked man. Moretu had his job duties changed. At the same time, a district manager reached out to state officials about the issue. A state health official told the district the concern was legitimate, that many individual HIV cases could very likely be unproven. In July, a closed-door hearing was held on a whistleblower complaint filed by Moretu. At the hearing, this document shows, Human Resources Director Amy Hagan testified that she'd been told by Chief Health Officer Dr. Joseph Iser to find a way to terminate Moretu. When Hagan left the hearing, she was in tears. At the same hearing, the health district argued that it is not subject to Nevada's whistleblower law because it has its own policy, as authorized in 2016 by Dr. Joe Iser. The hearing officer rejected that argument but ruled against the whistleblower, in part because the underlying complaint, the one alleging a problem with the HIV numbers, was never entered into evidence. It remains sealed, unavailable to the hearing officer, the public, even to the Board of Health. Are the HIV numbers legit? The I-Team has learned that Dr. Iser hired a private law firm to quietly investigate. The contract doesn't specify what the assignment was, but the district paid $35,000 public dollars for the work. Whatever was uncovered has been deemed confidential and off limits. Dr. Iser, who earns more than $300,000 a year, is no stranger to employee complaints, as 8 News Now has documented. Iser is often a no-show at work. His primary residence is in San Francisco, which means his office and parking space are often vacant. With a nudge from the health board, Iser has announced he will leave the district next year. That decision led to a second whistleblower complaint filed by this woman, an administrative assistant, who alleged that she was ordered by Iser to create 2 nonprofit organizations, places where Iser could land once his job at the district ends. The employee reportedly felt Iser was using public resources for his own benefit. She refused to go along, and that's when she allegedly was targeted for termination. The HR director, Amy Hagan, has reportedly testified she was told by Iser to fire the second whistleblower as well.
These 2 cases are not finished, and there are other complaints pending, including a lawsuit filed in May alleging, among other things, that a staff member was ordered by Dr. Iser to compile a profile of every health district employee and to include personal information, including their age, ethnicity, religion, and sexual orientation. A copy of that lawsuit will be posted to our website along with related materials.
Now, George, when you asked for a copy of the secret investigation, what reason did they use for not handing it over?
They say that's confidential. It's lawyer-client confidentiality clause, so they can't turn it over. And when we ask for copies of the whistleblower complaints, they say that those are personnel matters, so we can't see that either.
All right. Thanks very much, George.
Sure.